Wapapam, wapapam, wapapapa. So many people here. Hiya! Hello everyone. Thank you for the follows. Hiya!
Hello.
I hope you're all doing well. So nice to see some nice new faces. Sovgaki's a sniper. For Haro and Ordinary Days, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Y'all doing good stuff over here.
Ah, Steve the Red Pigman. It's the one and only Red Pigman Steve. I feel honored. Thank you. Oh my, Mr. Bogsphones, you too. Thank you for the follow. All right,
Peeps are just rating ya. Love to see it.
So nice. I get showered with love today. Thank you for bringing your wonderful community over. So, for those of you who maybe haven't watched my stream before, I'm DigiShell, the Tamagotchi VTuber, and I host the Host in the Shell podcast to make you guys be creative and encourage you to, you know, chase your passion. And I always invite different creators over, you know, cosplayers, musicians, DJs, VTubers, book authors, like totally whatever, as long as you're creative, you know. Even, you know, we had chefs on here before. That kind of stuff. And
chefs, ooh.
Yeah, we're having one over soon. Their name is Sizzle the Great. They're making like VTuber inspired dishes. Quite interesting. It was a high meal. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah, so today we have the one and only Monika Cineroll here. So
Whoa.
Monika is an amazing Splatoon content creator and 3D VTuber. So please, Monika, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Monika. Back to you. I'm kidding. Oh man, I'm not really good at introducing myself. Yeah, I do a lot of 3D stuff. I love playing Splatoon. At least that's my hyperfixation right now. And yeah.
That was amazing. Thank you. So, I prepared a number of questions that I want to ask you. Don't worry, you don't have to study for these beforehand. They're totally easy. I basically want to try to find out more about the things that you do. I heard of a project named Splatlabs that I'm really excited about. And I just want to know a bit more of how you started as a VTuber and kind of like important things for people starting out that also maybe want to try their hand at VTubing. And yeah, that's the kind of, you know, through line we'll generally follow. So the first question I want to ask you is, how does your creative process look like? Like, especially for the Splatlabs, like, do you want to explain maybe first what that is and what you do for that?
So I think the creative process behind it, I think I'm using this right or whatever. Because creative process is like how you go about doing it, right?
Yeah, that's like, what kind of programs do you use? You know, what do you do? So
Nikki, also known as NW Player, who is kind of notorious for data mining in the Splatoon community back in Splatoon 1, hands a huge truckload of 3D models and textures from Splatoon, or mostly from Splatoon 2. We're working on getting the other ones later. But first, I take all of those files into Blender, fix them up, and optimize their poly count, or not poly count, but like merger vertices, or they're not like, it's not like a Garten of Ban model where it's going to have like a crap ton of vertices, because when you export stuff from Switch, kind of like separates all their materials into different like meshes, and you really don't want that. So combine them all, make it one model, and then like fix up the materials, and then you like, I slowly start taking the levels and just dissecting them into different platforms and decorations that people can use to make their own levels and stuff without it being like too, I guess, confusing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And then when it gives Unity, it looks even better, kind of.
So in the end with Splatlabs, you want to basically make like a stage creator, right? That's the kind of thing I saw on YouTube when I snooped around your channel.
Yeah, that's essentially what I want to do, because a big problem in Splatoon 3 right now, I don't know who's the level designer or whatever, the art direction is great. The level designers, I don't know what they were on when making these levels, but like there's no flank routes, or like it's literally a corridor. Is like that's what every map is. It's just a choke point. You either push forward or you fall back. There's no way to like go around the enemy or flank or do anything crazy. So I got so sick of it. I'm so high on copium. I decided I'm gonna make a stage creator. That's just what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's so cool though. Like you're literally taking what, you know, the kind of assets like they gave you and you're making your own thing out of that, and especially fixing these kind of like map design problems. I think that's pretty cool. Like I played a lot of Smash. I really like Smash, and I always kind of felt that there is definitely developer short sight with a couple stages sometimes. So I totally relate to you wanting a bit more variety in the Splatoon, like, I guess, you know, like stage variety. Like, I totally get that. And one person here asked, Durandel asks, man, I wish I knew 3D modeling. So I want to ask you, like, do you have a background in 3D modeling? Like, how does one get started? Like, how did it all start out?
So I don't really have like a huge background 3D modeling, though back in middle school and high school, I did take engineering classes and we were using programs called like Google SketchUp and stuff. And so I guess in a way that got me a little bit foothold in and just got me a little bit grounded. But I think when I really started 3D modeling was when I was actually into VR chat and wanted to make like my own 3D model, because all the models that I saw that kind of like resembled me were just like had no clothing at all. So I was like, I'm just make my own. And so I did. I brute forced learning it. It was horrible, but I'm glad I did, because now I know all the stuff about Blender. And yeah.
Did you do the fated Blender donut tutorial too, or did you
I actually
use
have
other
not
things?
yet, but I want to do that. I think I should do that. It's kind of like, if you use Blender, you got to make the donut. So I need to make that donut.
Like me as a total Blender noob, I tried my best and I did the donut, so I think you will have no problems with it.
Oh, for sure.
I can definitely recommend to you guys, like, definitely try that out. There's so many like easy Blender resources for beginners, even if it's just, you know, making a new wallpaper for your PC, like an animated loop. There are lots of simple things you can start doing to learn Blender. Blender is really only as powerful as, you know, you customize like to your needs and kind of learn like goal-oriented. So, you know, set a goal for yourself in mind, like making this, and then just work towards that goal, and I'm sure you'll find lots of resources to aid you in that kind of thing.
If you have a question, you will find it on YouTube.
Well, definitely. So basically, you said you brute force that. Was that mostly through YouTube, or did you use things like, I guess, Skillshare, like those kind of things?
Oh, it was actually just all from YouTube, really. I was like, how do I rig armature? I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I do it. So I did it.
Oh, I see. That's good then. So you didn't need to spend like any money to get the knowledge that you needed like out of that.
Yeah. It's something that I actually didn't really even think about. I didn't really even spend a single dime learning the things I've learned.
And look where you
I think
are
that's
now.
like the best part about it.
Yeah, definitely. So you're not only a Splatoon content creator, you're also an amazing VTuber. And I've looked up to you for a long time now, and I want to know, how did that get started?
So, I think, so when I first like started streaming 2 years ago, I wasn't initially a VTuber. I was kind of, because like I was working on it. But once I realized that like one of my VR chat avatars is actually compatible for VTube, I'm like, let me try that. So I did. And it wasn't the most impressive model, but back then, like every day it seemed like I would stream, there would be at least like a new update or something to my model. And it was like you saw like the slow evolution of my models back then. Again, back then they were so primitive looking, but oh man, it was kind of a ride to watch them all like evolve. And then eventually I was like, I need to stop using these models and like instead of just updating the same one over and over, why don't I just try different styles and try to make the models look like they fit in the game for that extra bit of immersion? Because I think the coolest thing about my channel is that like I have different models for some games I play. Whenever I use those models when I play those games, it's like this whole level, I guess, of immersion is reached. I love it.
I really like
But,
the
yeah.
little buddy you have there on your shoulder.
Oh yeah, that's a constant. He doesn't change hardly at all.
Oh, thank you guys. Also, Joseph Winchester, thank you for the follow. The secret third Winchester brother. Thank you so much. So, I want to know, what's your favorite part when you work on your 3D stuff for the Splatlabs? Like, what's the kind of part in the whole process where you're like, yes, you know, we're finally at this point?
I think my favorite like feeling is whenever I finish dissecting a level and get the materials assigned to all of like those parts in Unity. I'm just like, finally, that level's over. Now I can move on to the next one. I think another cool thing is like whenever I find a really interesting looking asset, I'm just like, I want to animate this, so I'll just animate it. Last night I posted a video on my Twitter of like this armillary sphere spinning and stuff, and apparently that's like something that we use in the real world back then to like locate stars and stuff. I'm like, that looks so cool, and it's like made of junk and whatever, and I love how it looks. I love seeing the things that Nintendo has made for these single player levels, because it's like so much detail is put into these, but like who the hell's gonna look at them? And I guess I'm looking at them, so it's cool. It's really cool seeing that side of game development, I feel.
I feel it's so amazing when you kind of get to a point where you see these little developer footnotes, basically. Like, I'm a big fan of like Easter egg content. Like, I subscribe to like 10, 5 Easter eggs you didn't know channels on YouTube, and I really enjoy these kind of videos. And I always find it quite charming to see how developers have to overcome certain roadblocks and the creative ways they make their models in a certain way to overcome limitations. And it's always really inspiring. And to what you said, like, not only is that you're seeing the stuff the developers put there, like your uploads and even if it's just little videos on Twitter, a lot more people can see that kind of thing, even if they haven't got a background in 3D modeling. And I think shining a light to that is a really sweet thing to kind of connect us all together. Oh,
that's true. I do also have different outfits and stuff, so I can like kimono, goth, and Squid Sister.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so adorable. That's that reminds me of the little green Squid Sister. Like, I still have to play Splatoon.
Marie?
Like, don't.
Right.
Is it that one? Like, I know there's yeah, they're like two, like the siblings, the twins.
Yeah,
like
Callie and Marie.
Yeah. Oh, you have a gun too. I see.
I do have a gun. Oh, wait, that's not the gun. This is the gun. Stick 'em
up. Don't point it at me though. I have one too, but mine's definitely a bit less functional than yours.
Oh wow.
Mine's just kind of
a little ray gun.
Yeah, mine's just a ray gun. I'm sorry. It's not as dangerous looking as yours, but I respect it. We're gun friends now.
I mean, I am a Texan. It'd be kind of weird if I didn't own a gun. So
Definitely, you need to defend yourself. These lands are ungoverned.
right.
So, what is the most difficult part of the process for making these custom maps?
I think the most difficult part is actually assigning the materials to everything, because how it all works is that like each level has a bunch of textures that are called to it, right? But like some levels reuse those textures. And like, because I don't want the file size of Splatlabs to be like higher than Security Breach from FNAF, I have to make sure that like I'm not putting the same image into like those folders, and I'm just like calling that image to all the other assets instead of just like having, say, like 3 materials for just the same thing when it could just be 1 material and 1 texture. Because yeah, I'm trying to at least optimize things a little bit. Which
yeah,
go figure.
That's how you like reduce bloat in the end product. Sorry, I talked over you there.
Oh, it's all good.
That's probably like greatly reducing bloat in like the end product, right? If you don't need like 3 different textures for like one thing.
Here, let me actually check something real quick. You keep talking, but I'm gonna go ahead and scan Splatlabs and see like what the file size for it right now is.
Also, in the meantime, hello, everyone who joined in the meantime. Johan, Vlad, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate when people show up to my podcast. It's a labor of love, pretty much.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Bad Shadow. Hello. And we're almost at 600. I'm really grateful for everyone here today, also for Monika as well. And yeah.
Y'all, follow them. Do it. Do it.
No.
Do it.
Thank you so much.
You got to 600 too. There you go.
Oh, what a pretty number. Thank you, everyone. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm getting teary-eyed. I shouldn't, but thank you. Thank you. Monika. Yeah, we made it, Analog. We did make it. 600. It's amazing. Monika, I want to know. I had a couple of creators on the show, and when I talk to them, I sometimes also hear that they're struggling with some other things that aren't like related to the technical side of things, which are things like, you know, art block, imposter syndrome, or just endlessly, you know, procrastinating and not getting closer to the goal. Do you feel like you struggle from those things sometimes too?
Oh, definitely. I think imposter syndrome is probably like one of the main things I deal with as a content creator. Because sometimes it's like, sometimes I don't even like believe I even have like a big of like a fan base as I do. Like, but no offense, y'all, like y'all are great, but it's like sometimes like I actually have this. Like, how did I get this? You know? Sometimes it's just crazy to me. Art block, you know, sometimes I can get a little burnt out with streaming, so that's why like I take a day off, you know? And like during those days off, like I'll just relax, and then like I feel like the more you get into a rhythm, the more you can just do it. But like you need to like have time for yourself, you know? Because if you don't rest up, it's not gonna get any easier. It definitely won't. But coming up with a good rhythm and resting a bit will definitely help with art block and stuff. But sometimes you just need to remind yourself that like you are worth everything that you are, and like you have everything that you have for a reason, and you shouldn't just like put all that stuff down on yourself.
I found it quite interesting because when I asked you earlier pre-stream, I said you were one of the first like bigger content creators that took notice of me and interacted with me. And you said, funny, you know, you wouldn't even call yourselves that, sometimes like a bigger content creator. I was quite surprised by that. So maybe that kind of feeds into that imposter's feeling.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. But I guess sometimes like, because I remember a lot of people saying like if you have at least 10 viewers on Twitch, then you're like part of the top 1%. I think statistically, like that does make sense, but I mean, heck, welcome to the 1%, Digi. I don't know. To me, it's hard to believe sometimes, you know. I'm lucky that I even have the community I do. Sometimes I'll even know why they watch me, but sometimes you just need to stop questioning and just accept it. Just be you. You know?
I think it's important to kind of just let the number exist and not have it like influence your self-worth, because the number is a mere reflection of, you know, the amount of people that thought, hey, you're cool. And no matter if that number is high or low, the effort you put into things will never go to waste. Like, you're doing it for you. You're learning a skill through streaming, you know, talking to people publicly, like being a public speaker, basically. I found that I got a lot more sociable through streaming, and I'm generally a person who has a big fear of tech things. Like, I get tech anxiety really easy. Because I was told in the past, you know, oh, you will never be able to do this, or this is too complicated. Seriously? You know, like, let me do it for you. Because of that, I wasn't as tech savvy in the past as I could have been in, like, for example, video editing things, or just setting OBS up, these kind of things. But for streaming, I did everything myself, and it opened a lot of doors. And now I'm in the position where I can help others and kind of ease that anxiety of getting started with things, no matter what it may be. If it's, you know, streaming, 3D modeling, cosplaying, like whatever. That's the reason why I do this podcast, just to encourage people to make that first step, because the number doesn't matter. If one person watches you, that's still, you know, a friend you can make. That's still someone who chooses to spend time with you specifically. And people come, people go, but the skills that you learn and the fun that you had, no one can really take that away from you, I think.
Very true.
So, I want to know what kind of drove you to streaming? Like, why did you think, you know, streaming, that's what I want to do? Where did that desire come from?
Honestly, it was never really something that I thought I would ever be successful in at all. It was more just like, you know, a hobby at first. I was like, you know what, why not try it? And because of all like the, you know, I was really intrigued by all the technical things that you could do with streaming, all the interactivity that you could do with people that like tune into a stream. Because I love that, is like being able to affect the stream as a viewer. I want to find ways to do that sort of thing and just make it more interactive. And like as time went on, I just kept updating and updating, and you know, the more the stream changes, I feel the I guess maybe that intrigues people sometimes, but not too much. If you change it too much, then it's just unrecognizable. But yeah, on a technical standpoint, I just love the technical side of VTubing and streaming in general.
I just think it's so much fun, like what you can do with things like channel points, like redeems and that kind of stuff, like model changes and like different environments, like that kind of thing. It's tons of fun to experiment. And one thing that I always like to say is you definitely don't need expensive assets when you're starting out. Like, there are always like tweets going around saying you need a 300 euro microphone when you start streaming. Otherwise you will sound like trash and people will throw stones at you. That's not true at all. Also, this
people really out here thinking corporate VTubers are like the only VTubers. I'm like, sometimes people are people, you know? Like, you really think that the higher up VTubers paid for that stuff on their own? No, that stuff is provided to them by like their corporations and stuff.
Sometimes it can be a fun like community goal. Like, for example,
true.
I had my 6 months anniversary recently, and that's the
Oh.
only reason why I have a Switch now and like a second HDMI cable, so I can also stream on the Switch. And that's, you know, yeah, like that's so much fun. And I just think it can be really terrifying to start out with like whatever hobby. Thank you, Bat Shadow, thank you. But like especially with 3D modeling as well. Like when I started 3D modeling, I was so eager to like download custom like assets that you can kind of like pimp your programs with. Same really goes for drawing in Photoshop or Clip Studio. Like, thank you, Johan! Thank you! But it's so easy to be like, I'm gonna spend so much money on this like new hobby I'm starting with. And that shouldn't be the driving force, because that's a really easy way to pat yourself on the back and be like, you know, I quote unquote put the work in, right? Like I bought something for this hobby. Now, surely this custom brush or this custom plugin, this will make me amazing. But it really is, you know, grit. It really is perseverance and learning things. And it goes for streaming. It goes for 3D modeling. Like you can't use shortcuts with these kind of things. Like I'm sure Monika can agree that with streaming, no matter how good your mic is, you kind of have to learn how to be an entertaining like VTuber, entertaining content creator.
Because like you can have like the craziest model, but it like if you're not interactive with your chat, you're not at least, you know, attempting to be entertaining, you no lie, you're nothing more than just boobs on a screen. And while there is definitely a demographic for that, like where's the fun in that, you know?
Those are widely available for free.
Yeah, search them on Google Images.
So what was like personally for you the hardest thing when you started streaming? Like what was something you definitely had to get used to when you started streaming?
I think the hardest thing that I had to like overcome is just accept the fact that people are gonna come and people are gonna go. Like every time that like when I was starting out, sometimes even now, whenever, you know, I'd notice that people don't come to my streams anymore, like I keep self-doubting, like, oh, did I change? Am I just not good enough anymore? Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's something that you just have to understand. It's not you. Well, unless like you just say something absolutely absurd and awful, but you have to understand that like people's interests just change. Like you said before we started today, you just need to, I guess, overcome that. I think that also feeds into imposter syndrome in a way, because it's like, you know, you see all these people like leaving and coming. You're like, wait, do I really have a big community, or is that like, do I actually deserve this? So self-doubt is definitely a big issue that you got to overcome when streaming, I feel.
Definitely that. And it's really easy to kind of have the mindset that, oh, I need to please my followers. I need to do exactly as I was so people don't leave, or, you know, things don't change. But I find sometimes people will come and just say things like, oh, you know, you're so cute, you're so amazing, like you're gonna be my favorite tuba. And those people never come back for a second stream. And it's the kind of thing where you have to realize it's nothing personal. Like you might be a new shiny thing that they found on like the homepage, or just like the search function, or like a raid, you know, they got transported over to. And it's it has nothing to do with you, and if you just keep doing your thing, you will just get a new audience. Like it really shouldn't be your end all be all to please people. Like you're doing this for you.
True.
That's the only way you can grow, pretty much.
I think also one of like, I know it's never like said to me like in bad faith, but like I think one of the worst things I've been told as a creator is like, wow, I'm surprised you don't have more viewers. And like on the inside, I'm like, yeah, I kind of wish I did. But like that was back then. I never really hear that anymore, but it's like, it feels like a backhanded comment in a way. Because those same people that say that, they don't really come back. But I don't know. So, stuff like that. Because I've seen people also like talk about when people say stuff like that. And it's like, I don't think it's really ever meant to be an insult, but it does come off the wrong way in the mindset of a streamer.
I think it's also like when people say, you remind me of X. Like, you remind me of this person.
Right.
And it's just like, yes, they are also a VTuber. And they also have, I guess, in my case, like angel wings or, I don't know, green hair. And it's just like, yes, we're the same species of gremlin. Like, thanks. That isn't really a compliment in a way, but I know it's not like, you know, it's not mean-spirited, and I definitely relate to the, you know, you should have more viewers kind of thing. Like, I did have that in the past as well. I still have that. Like, I'm still like a 10 viewer Andy, which is okay. You know, like, I'm really happy there are 10 different people who choose to tune into my streams and have fun with me. I'm incredibly grateful for that. But it's also like, you know, yeah, if I could shake Twitch, the website, by the neck and be like, promote me more, you know, like shove me into people's recommended, like, of course I would do that. It's just a matter of time with discoverability and these kind of things. Yeah, Analog's right here. Analog says, simple word, be yourself and don't wear a mask to please everyone. That's definitely
my whole shtick. I don't really play a character at all. I'm just like some random girl on the internet.
Random inkling. And not necessarily if you have so many different models. Like, I think it's really cool that you have like a personalized touch for like every game you play. Like different models and outfits and that kind of thing. I think that's really fun.
Each model is essentially just supposed to be my IRL self if it existed in the universe of the game that I play, you know? So just a ginger with blue eyes and, you know, I mean, the cat's not real, but we can pretend he is, so.
He's definitely real in our hearts. That's what I want to believe.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Every model of Monika is personalized. Oh. I like that. So I want to know, do you have any advice for young aspiring creators?
Don't dive in head first. I'll say that. Like, one way to definitely be a creator, an experienced creator, is to, of course, create content, but at least have a little bit of a plan, you know? Like, have a goal for what you want to do, and don't just like stream like 10 hours a day, 24/7, and like just expect to rise in viewership. It will not work. Trust me, I've done it. I've done it. Every streamer has done it. But set boundaries for yourself, set goals. If you also want like a little bit of a start, get like a group of friends that you know that will support you and have them be in your Twitch chat while you stream. That way it's not like you're not like just talking to no one. You can talk to some people and like you can gain that experience of like talking to a Twitch chat, you know?
Oh, definitely. Also, Johan, hi! I hope you're doing well.
Something that's really, I mean, at least it helped me when I started.
I would be nothing without my friends. I would be nothing without like my regulars and stuff.
Oh no, lag.
Lag?
Hello?
On your end or my end? Is it the bitrate? Oh? Do you have lag or do I have lag?
That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Hold up.
There's no lag on my OBS at least. Oh. Do you want me to quickly like restart the call, or is it okay?
No, I hear you now. Hello?
Okay. Hello.
Oh no, when did it cut me off?
I heard you the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I heard you go into a robot mode, but
Oh, I
hope
see.
it sounded good for chat.
At least on my end, I didn't hear you, Roboty, I think. Also, Inkling Girl, thank you for the follow. Yeah.
Hey, Johan.
Hey, yeah, Johan. We're podcasting today. We're doing this every Saturday in like a 2-week cycle. So every second Saturday we're podcasting.
Okay, good. My audio wasn't bad. Sweet.
Yeah. Hi, Ghost Monkey. Oh, Moke, no monkey. I can't read. Wow.
Let's go smoke.
There's an S there too. I'm
Don't
too
worry, I do that all
dyslexic
the
for my
time.
own good. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh yeah, let me stretch. Yeah, drink the liquid. Monkey's fine. Yeah, you know, it wasn't meant as an insult. I just didn't read it right.
Makes you feel like better. Sometimes I pop in a chat, everyone's like, monkey cinnamon roll. It's funny.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, by the way, the Splatlabs file finally stopped scanning, and its total size right now is 4.70 gigabytes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's only about 5 gigs, but it's about 27,671 files and 125 folders. Good God.
Like, imagine how much bloatier that could be if you weren't optimizing us.
True.
Yeah.
True, though.
Ordinary Day says, I've been meaning to do a podcast type things with some friends of mine that people should get to know, but I'm too lazy. Definitely do it. Podcasting is a lot of fun, and I hate to say it, it's comparatively low effort compared to other collabs. Like, you just put 2 people in a room and they talk. Like, it really isn't like that hard to orchestrate, in my opinion.
I think that's another thing that you gotta tackle as a content creator. Laziness will not get you anywhere. You cannot be lazy when it comes to content creation.
And I think that goes 2 ways, because on the one hand, there's laziness with thinking of content ideas, like, you know, I want to try this, I want to try that. But on the other hand, there's also laziness with your own assets. Like, even if you have a bad mic, if you use a EQ or like a noise gate, like those kind of things, you can all find those on YouTube, by the way, in tutorials. You can get a lot out of a bad mic, like a quote unquote bad mic. And same with like, you know, they're like free transitions, free overlays. There's so much stuff. You're just not allowed to be lazy. Like, you have to look for these things and kind of see, how can I make my setup better? You know, what can I do to make this easier for myself?
Right.
And for my viewers. In terms of audio, especially.
It's another thing. It's like, sometimes I fear that the quality of the streams sometimes dips, and I freak out. I'm like, this needs to be high quality. The viewers are like, Maga, it's fine, but I'm like, I want it to be high quality. I like making high quality content. It's cool. I like seeing stuff in HD. But that's just me.
You say that. We were playing Skyrim last week. We were playing a modded Skyrim. And normally I play pretty low graphic requirement games. So I never had a problem streaming them in high quality. But my Skyrim had in total, I think 60 mods, with 50 of them being graphic mods.
Oh God.
So this game was unrecognizable. This was like a Frankenstein's monster of a game. And it had 4K textures and everything. And a 4K skybox and whatnot. Really unnecessary things too. I just kind of like it, you know. It was my little modding experiment. And my OBS started coughing like crazy, and suddenly the video was in 140p. It was literally an unregistered type cam, kind of it was horrible. And then midstream, luckily my mods helped me to fix it, and we had stellar quality again. But that's the kind of thing, you know. That's the kind of thing, you know, with experiencing those things, trying those things out. It's always gonna be a learning experience, and even if you want things to be high quality, you know, don't beat yourself up over that. Yes,
Oh, for
Johan,
sure.
ask away. Also, Maymay Games asks, does anybody know how to view in full screen on mobile? I think there should be like a thing on the right side to like, you know, to turn your screen. If you turn your screen on the side, maybe it goes into full screen mode automatically, I think. Johan asked, who made your avatar? Oh, I have credited my artists in my about page under credits. My mama is Nessie Slake, an artist from Austria I'm good friends with, and my papa is Kevin. He's KVX Art, I think, if I don't confuse the letters. It's either KVX or KXV, it's one of the two, but you can find them in the credits. They're both amazing people, and I'm so happy they made me like all my crazy ideas for the model come to life, and I'm super happy about that. Yeah.
It's dope.
Analog's complaining about being trapped in my mod basement again. Don't mind
mod basement.
The mod basement. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like a little rotation symbol when you like just put your phone in like full screen mode. I think that should pretty much do it. Yeah. So Monika, I want to know, not every project can be successful right away. How do you deal with hitting a dead end on something?
Well, what do you mean by a dead end? Because like, so far I don't think I've really run into a specific dead end other than just me being me and like being tired. That's the only real dead end I've really run into lately. But I think if it's like, you know, some like materials get corrupted or whatever, I think I just like, you know, I slow down. I just analyze like what the problem is, and I just fix it. It's not like super hard to really fix it. Really, the only thing that's wrong is like the amount of time it consumes. But I mean, I kind of don't really have a time limit, so it's not a super big issue. But yeah, it's great.
Like, for me, what like is dead end for me is sometimes I'll put time aside and try to kind of like make something nice for my stream, like maybe a new scene or like a new asset or something like that. And sometimes it's just not working out. Like it looks like shit, it runs like shit, and it's just, you know, it's going nowhere. And I just know, you know, I just have to either start from scratch or just, you know, shelve it for the time being till I have more technical prowess to tackle it again. So good example for that is we're working on my 3D model right now. I'm getting a 3D model.
Ooh,
and in that
sweet.
model, thank you, is the personification of a 2000s chat room. She's meant to be like a little, you know, forum pick to chat.
It's awesome.
Thank you. And what I want to try out is, I don't know if this is technically possible. I want you guys to put in a TTS input, and I want it to show up on her dress, like on the model's dress, and I want it to rotate just to make it feel a bit more 2000s-y, but bi-weekly, awesome. Yes. Essentially, what that kind of means is it's text to texture. My friend Jams coined the term. I have no technical prowess, so I'm trying to learn this, and Jams is helping me with it as well. They'll probably do most of the legwork there, but I'm trying to contribute as much as I can. And damn, these kind of things are difficult. Like everything that has to do with coding, I just get star-eyed. Like I get the little, you know, cartoon stars and like birds above my head, and I'm all dizzy. Like that's a hard cookie to figure out, but I know that
I'm sorry.
No, you first.
I wanted to like, so I have like a text-to-speech redeem with channel points on my channel, right? It's supposed to be this cat's voice, but like I could never figure out how to make it so that whenever like the text-to-speech is active, it would make this cat like do his mouth opening and closing and stuff. I could never figure something like that out, unfortunately. But I don't doubt that it's possible, though. But you definitely have to do something in Unity and like hook it up somehow. Probably some like connections. Probably be really hard to do though.
I think that's like, yeah, Bad Shadow also says they've seen that before, text flashes on the shirt or something. Like, I think these things require coding with like the, I guess, Twitch API in some way.
Because I also don't think there's like any tools that are out right now that like are just public. People like make those tools on their own.
I was about to say,
unless someone can find stuff like that for us.
Yeah, I think there's an ethical and unethical solution for that. The ethical solution would be to commission someone who already does TTS buddies. The unethical solution would be to get a TTS buddy from like, you know, like a generic TTS buddy that's not customized, and then see, you know, look at the code and see, you know, how it works. If the person's fine with that, obviously. I think schematic's like, you know, that's just my approach. I always like to ask before I delve into people's things. I think it's kind of impolite to rummage in someone's code, even though I heard like 60% of like world's code is like stolen code or something. Like it kind of functions off stolen code.
And unoptimized.
Yeah. Oh, stuff breaks all the time.
For real.
Also, Sexy Tiny Lily says, I'm back, my favorite friend. Did you miss me? Of course, of course. It's just one big mess. I agree, Sogeki. I definitely agree.
So they call it spaghetti code.
I heard like in the League of Legends client, when they try to add like a new shop tab, the entire client breaks. Like the entire, you know, queue for the game that gets you into a League game just erupts into flames.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
That game's ancient. Like I totally get that. Like they're still building on their, you know, on their old bricks that they put down all those years ago. I totally get why it breaks. It's still not nice, of course. I think with some games I heard they lose the source code and then, you know, they can never like alter that kind of stuff again. That's really bad as well. Like sometimes they're like, whoops, lost the source code. This is just how it is. Or when someone steals it, that can also happen.
Right. Here's the thing about source games, though, is that source games have like, that has an excuse to be spaghetti code because of how like old it is. Because like it's kind of like the first of its kind, the source engine. Not to be confused with like source code, but like source engine games like made by Valve. You know, they're spaghettified because it's a product of its time. So
I mean, that's the case with like lots of old things. Like they were so innovative, like in their field. Like it just had to work. It didn't need to be perfect, just needed to work. Because like I know back in the day, every game had to be innovation. Like every month, you know, every new game coming out had to be innovative. So like publishers and stuff would ask the developers to go above and beyond and include all these like crazy features and crazy mechanics. Then the devs kind of sat there like, we have to do this. Like we have to program this. Like how are we gonna go about this?
yeah.
Yeah. But you said like sometimes when you feel overworked, you take a little break, like you distance yourself from what you're doing for a little bit. Does that work for streaming as well?
Oh, of course. But I would be lying if like there was like slight fears. Like the fear was like way greater back then. But like now, it's like now I'm more confident because I know like they'll be there when I get back. But back when I first started, dude, I was streaming 24/7. Like I think like a month I maybe took 3 days off. Something like that. It was not good. It wasn't good at all. But it's like back then I was like, will they move on if I just take a day off? Because in the like the whole grand scheme of things on the internet, one day is like a week. So it's like, and I won't lie, everyone on the internet has like the attention span of a goldfish. It's worse on TikTok, but You need to realize your true hardcore fans will be there for you when you get back, when you acquire them.
It's definitely
it's like,
true.
You can't destroy yourself streaming 24/7. And if you do, don't fucking do it for 8 hours a day like your homegirl did over here. I probably have like brain damage, dude. I'm not even joking.
I love the Octoling. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, that sounds crazy. I can tell you on my subathon, that was my first 8-hour stream, and I ate a raw lemon at like hour 4, and then I puked in hour 5, and then hour 6, 7, and 8 are a blur, and I don't remember what happened. I made it though. And I remember some of my viewers were begging me to like end the stream because they wanted to sleep because they had been there for like the whole 8 hours. And I remember
Here's
like
the thing,
all
though.
of us were so tired.
They can viewers. I think a lot of people don't know this, but like you don't actually have to watch the stream to support it. You can just tune in and leave a lurk. I feel like there's a huge misconception about the concept of lurking when it comes to streams. Like people think it's like, oh, you do a command. Oh, that's a lurk. But you're able to just like leave the tab open and mute it, and then that just counts as supporting the stream. It works.
I think
like
it's like
that should be
really
explained
weird.
more.
Oh, sorry.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, I feel, but you know.
I heard, oh, let me allow that real quick. Yeah, sorry, our filter is sent to like baby made out of snow mode. Like you cannot say curse words in this chat simply because we're sometimes talking about like sensitive like topics. Like I will always whitelist the terms when they're said. I just kind of like to.
Should I not curse? I didn't know this was family friendly.
No, it's not about being family friendly. It's just about like we sometimes talk about mental health topics, and I just kind of like when I have the option to, you know, whitelist terms, especially when we're talking about, you know, like heavy stuff. But, you know, say whatever you want as long as it's not hurting anyone. It's just that, you know, when we're getting like really vulnerable here, especially with like some podcast guests, I just like to kind of be able to do it, you know, in due time and kind of read the message first before it goes live. So yeah, like I think one person once said like, you know, like I'm an idiot, and it got like blacklisted because idiot is like a curse word, and I had to manually like go into the like bot settings and like whitelist that. Now you can say it, but yeah, like I'm actually fine with cussing. It's all good.
I'm actually trying to like work on the amount of like cursing I do. Like I want to decrease the amount of cursing I do, surprisingly enough. But yeah.
But where's that coming from? Why's that?
I don't know. It's just like, it's not really good for you to just say fuck every like 2 sentences, you know? Because I say fucking fuck a lot, you know? I need to stop.
I mean, I kind of get that. Like, I like to do that too. Like, especially when I get really mad, I'll just, you know, say like five curses in a row, you know, shake my fist at the heavens, you know, stomp my foot just to kind of get it out of my system. That kind of thing.
Yeah, Adamus over here enables me to do it, little bitch. But, you know.
I was about to say,
you should ban Adamus, by the way. Just say, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
All good, all good. Ayla the Octoling says, one of my friends' servers, I'm a mod, and has a profanity warning. And it always pops up for everyone but me. I feel bad by proxy, and I'm like, I still shouldn't swear. Yeah. Ah, thank you, Adamus. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like your model. It's really nice.
Oh, thank you. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Like, I really like the rain.
Huh?
And that's the...
Wait, I don't look too good. Oh, what in the world, bro? I went like 1080. I went like 120p. What happened to me, bro?
Oh no, you're getting Thanos snapped.
What happened over here?
Let me refresh the browser source. Give me a second.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening, dude. What?
Um...
Maybe it's because you're across the pond.
Oh.
Start doing
Oh,
the Macarena.
no.
Gone the
I Thanos snapped her. Is she back? Oh no.
No, oh, I'm still low quality. Hold on a sec.
No, you're better now. It's,
Oh,
it's
I'm
definitely
good?
better now, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
something
middle.
downloading on my end, maybe. I don't know. That's really weird.
You curse too much. You curse too much. Now you're getting Thanos snap. The Twitch bot
yeah, it's
is
probably Steam. It's probably Steam. Let me see here. Did that make it better? Maybe.
Take your time. We have all the time in the world. Also, Sayo Guardian, thank you.
Yeah, actually, I will be right back. Yeah. Hopefully, when I get back, it'll be better. BRB.
Take your time. I'll just mute your browser stuff. Just tell me when you're ready to come back. In the meantime, we're getting close and personal. Wow. Maybe not that close and personal. A little bit too close and personal for my liking. Hiya! Thank you so much, you lovely peeps for coming there. In the meantime, let me shamelessly tell you guys what we're usually doing here on my stream. Also, Ghost Smoke, thank you! Thank you! I appreciate it, I really do. Thank you for the gifted subby. I'm Digishell. I like Lost Media. Thank you! I like toy prototypes. I like everything's Y2K. I really like the 2000s. So, if you like that kind of content, definitely stick around. Now you're spoiling me! Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. I really do, Sayo Guardian. The glitch halo, that's a part of my lore. So, basically...
It is better. I don't know if it's actually better, but we'll see.
I think
no,
it
it's
always
not.
It needs like something to stabilize.
Maybe if I end the thing and then restart it.
I think you need to send me the new browser link because it always like regenerates the.
I will.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the subbies. My, you guys are a pretty friendly bunch. I really appreciate it. You're definitely really cool, guys.
This virtual camera.
Oh, Hiroshi Halo, thank you. Thank you. Let me put you here so it's not covering Monika on their bag. Thank you for the sub. Also, I always like fan art if you wanna. Where's this? Let me just fidget around in OBS for a second. This is here. Let me go onto the browser link.
Got the new link. Hopefully this works.
Yeah.
I actually think it might be the same link.
I was about to say it's still. I'll just punch it in again, see if it helps.
Why is it still low quality? It shouldn't be doing that.
That's so weird.
Unless someone in my house decided to start streaming Netflix.
It's not on my end. I have a 7K bitrate. So it shouldn't be on my end, I'm afraid.
Oh shoot, dude. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna put you at 60 FPS. Oh no. I should be fighting myself.
Quality slays, yeah. I don't. Oh god, dude, I'm in the kilobytes for upload. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on.
I can still hear you fine, so I just say
Oh, is it going back up? Oh no, it's back in the kilobyte. What is happening?
That's really weird.
Turn down the frame rate, maybe.
Also, thank you for the subs, Ghost Smoke. I really appreciate it. It's really, really nice. Oh yeah, maybe it's from scanning the Splatlabs. Is that still open? Could that be?
No, that doesn't have to do with upload. Why is my upload speed so low right now? What the heck?
Oh, I don't know why, but at least we can still hear you all right, so...
Let me do a speed test.
Go ahead.
Speed test.
Oh.
Yeah, my download speed is like 90 megabits per second. My upload is like super slow right now. I don't know why.
Maybe just like provider? And they like limit
My
that?
upload is 50 megabits. I don't know what's going on. It might be VDO that's just having issues right now or something.
Oh,
That
yeah,
is awful
definitely.
timing.
That is awful timing. Do we have a PNG? Otherwise, I'll just say we just take it as
I don't have a
is.
really good PNG. Not one of like my Splatoon character at least. Is it still super low quality? Oh, that stinks.
I'm really sorry.
Nah, it's fine. What if I like just close that out? Would that make it better at all?
I think you always need to give it like a couple seconds to like normalize yet. I think it's like 1% better, but not necessarily.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry for
Maybe I'm being
the
DDoSed.
trouble.
I don't know. No, it's not your fault.
The Twitch profanity bot is after you, and he's ready to end your cussing by force.
Yep. Really be out here doing weird stuff.
You're being downloaded.
It's going slightly up. Hold on, maybe we're recovering here. No, never mind. No, no.
If you want to, I can just I hide your browser source for a bit and then put it on in a couple minutes when you feel better.
Sure.
Yeah, let me I'll just put myself a bit closer here. Yeah, it does like it does do what I mentioned earlier, where it gets like a little bit better if you don't move at all. But that's obviously not, you know, not the point.
Oh, so just I'll stay still. Very, very still.
Well, we can hear your nice voice, and that's definitely, you know,
right,
carrying the podcast. You have a really pleasant voice.
Do I really?
Yeah, like we were talking about it earlier. You said you don't really like high woo voices. Yeah. And I definitely think, you know, your own voice is way better than those. So, you know, you don't need a woo voice. Also, yeah, Ghost Smoke has really spoiled me. I'm so happy.
I think we actually recovered, by the way. Like, I'm back in the megabytes for upload, it seems.
Yeah, you look better. You
sweet.
Look better.
The resolution's coming back, baby. We back. We're so back. It's going down. It's Jover. It's so Jover. Oh, no, it's still going up.
Yeah.
Sweetness. All right, we're back. I don't know what that was all about, but it doesn't matter.
I wonder if this is a coincidence that it happened when we started talking about cussing. I wonder if that is a sign by the universe or something like that.
I need to stop swearing. I need to stop fucking swearing.
Don't worry. I will sometimes say things, and then my community is like, "Hey, that's not say so," and I'm just like, "Yes, I'm an adult woman. Sometimes I say adult woman things." And, you know, stop fucking swearing, Monika. Yeah. Okay, Keith, right. Kind of sounds like Swiper, no swiping if you people are typing in like that in chat.
Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah. Definitely that, so...
Addy swears more than a sailor. Like, wow. You think my swearing's bad? Look at that dude.
I wanted to ask earlier, when is Splatlabs scheduled to release? When do you think it will be accessible to the public?
Oh, it's scheduled for release at the end of February of the year 2023. You know? Cool. I think that's pretty soon, right? Yeah, I'm a little behind schedule, but I'm like maybe looking at like halfway point of this year, maybe. I am just one person. I completely underestimated the amount of assets I had to be going through, so.
I mean, again, if it's a non-commercial project, if it's just something
True.
you're doing for you, pump it out when you're happy with it. I'm sure people will appreciate.
I think actually the biggest thing I'm afraid of when it comes to releasing it is I am actually like terrified people are just gonna use it to make like Gary's mod shit or like VR chat stuff. And I'm like, I do not want my stuff to be used for that.
I
Because it's
heard.
like,
Oh, sorry.
no. Oh no, you're good. You're good.
No, you first. Sorry.
Oh, I wasn't really gonna say anything after that.
Yeah, like I got immediately like agitated when you said that because a friend of mine got her 3D VTuber model stolen and put into VR chat.
Oh, that's amazing. See that like that's why I'm so hesitant on even putting this in a VR chat, but I mean, that's why I don't even go on VR chat, dude. Like it's so many asset theft. So much asset theft.
People are just kind of taking things like, yoink, this is free real estate. Like, there is no asking someone first before taking something, and that's a shame. That really is a shame.
It really is.
Also, Fallenplatte, thank you. Or is it Fallenplate? I'm German, so I'll pronounce it German, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're German. That's cool.
Yeah, I lived in Germany for a really long time. Now I'm in Scotland, and my parents are from Ukraine, so my accent is a bit weird because of that. But yeah, definitely that. Like, I totally get that. Let me just hydrate. You don't want your stuff stolen and just used for like other things.
Yeah.
And people really just, like, even if it's for their own games, they just take that kind of thing.
Don't even credit either.
That too. Oh yeah, don't forget to hydrate, everyone. Yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, I've been hydrating through all this here. I'll even like drink a little bit.
Yeah, me too. Oh, the little emote on the jug. That's so cute.
Yeah. It's one of my oldest emotes that Adamus designed. It's this mug is actually in Subnautica, like from a mod called the automation update. Does a lot of stuff for your base building in Subnautica, so you can just place this mug around and even drink from it too. It's crazy.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh yay, 480p Monica's coming back. Oh yay.
Okay,
is it really?
Yeah, it's like it's fluctuating between the good one, the 480p one.
Why does it keep doing that?
I have a theory because Sonic EXE just got mentioned, and surely the creepypasta spookies you know.
Oh no. I'm next.
Thank you for the head pad. Thank you, Joseph.
I should just like lower the quality of my mic just for the bit.
Bad Shadow says, Moni had an issue where someone took that fake teaser with the statue from Splatoon 2 coming to life again.
Oh yeah. Someone like stole my video on TikTok, and like when I call them out for it, they're like, okay, sorry, I didn't know you made it. I'm like, okay, cool, delete it. And then they refused, and I'm like, all right. So I just took it down by force because, you know, at least credit me, bro.
That is just so wild to me. Like, I kind of feel like copyright is just dead. Like, I really thought when the whole AI art thing happened, you know, people would get a bit more sensible about copyright in like other areas, but no. We're just like in the swiper swiping era at the moment.
Swiper no swiping.
Bio Guardian says, I hate plagiarism, so if anyone takes credit for the stuff I spend hours, if not days, on my work, I will do unspeakable acts upon them.
True. Very true.
More water. Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, people are allowed to, like, I guess, re-upload my stuff, sure, but you better fucking credit me, or I'm gonna be a little bit pissed off. So, yeah.
It's so wild. Like, I know a VTuber who streams a lot on Bilibili, which is the Chinese answer to Twitch, which works best with like their you know, like SEO stuff. Like it's a native, you know, Chinese streaming site.
That's
And
cool.
yeah, you know, totally cool. And they are incredibly nervous about their artwork getting stolen. They have a OC, which they really like, which is their VTuber avatar. And they really, you know, hate when people reuse that art and repost that art. So what they're doing is they're putting massive watermarks, massive, like entire picture covering.
Valid.
In black, in like slightly see-through, in white, and in blue, in different colors, like all over the picture. Like this person,
Sheesh.
they will not have their art stolen. And I really like some of the art that they use, and I wanted to know some of the artists because, you know, I wanted to commission similar artists to them. And that person is of course crediting the artists, but they are always just crediting a part of the name. Like they'll never credit the full name. Like if an artist goes by Milk as a nickname, they will just say Art by Milk and not include the @ of the artist.
Ew.
That's not that nice, of course, but I kind of get that, you know, from like all the stuff that I see, this person had like some sort of negative experience with people stealing the art. And now they're just like, you know, fuck you too. And they're not, you know, going out of their way to really credit and make it easy for people to find that kind of thing. I also assume, you know, when an artist reposts the work on their own channels, it's probably not gonna have the myriad of watermarks on it. So they're really making an effort to make that sort hard to find. And I find that understandable but unfortunate, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
kind of mixed bag. Like I was thinking, hey, you know, this art looks cool. I kind of want something similar for my character. But you can really tell this person is they don't want that stuff to be known. Well, can't fault
like,
them.
In the Splatoon community, there's like a bunch of people that use like things like Source Filmmaker and Gary's Mod to make posters with a bunch of Splatoon characters and stuff. And like people aren't really able to make fan art of me because like my model is so vastly different from Inklings and Octolings. And like I'm just sitting there thinking like, how do I give people access to my model if they want to make fan art of me? And like that's really hard to do because I feel like if I just post my model out there, people are just going to use it, like Frankenstein it with another model to make their own OC or whatever. I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. But like, how do I get around that? How do I avoid that?
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
Stuff like that's hard.
and it's so bad because like you really want to believe that people will use your stuff in good faith, but you can't really do that when you put things on the internet. Like, and like a story happened ages ago. I don't know if anyone remembers. There was a person who was like a MLP creator, so My Little Pony, and they had like an AOC and they were streaming with it, and that was, I think, when VRChat like started to be a thing. And they also had like a humanized version of like their character, and people got a hand of that character, and they started using it for like porn edits. They started making like porn with that, and the original creator got really upset and basically scrubbed their presence and didn't want to stream anymore because they said, you know, they've been through bad stuff in the past, and they, you know, that was the reason they're using an avatar to, you know, not kind of repeat those things. And people were really disrespectful about that and used that anyway.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad. Yeah. And like,
I hope people realize that if they make Rule 34 of me, like you're basically making Rule 34 of like me, not just my Inkling, because it's like it's a representation of me, bro. So like that's a little weird. So
like I think with these things it's so hard to kind of like navigate, because obviously you are like, or I'm always happy when people draw fan art of me. I think fan art is always a big compliment that someone takes time out of their day to draw you. But I've been drawn by a fetish account before, who drew me as a sumo. And
A sumo.
Yeah, like a sumo wrestler, and it was an account that had only like VTuber drawings on them in that style. And I just kind of, it was like a parted thought process for me, because I just kind of thought, on the one hand, someone takes time to draw you. On the other hand, someone's like clearly kind of like sexualizing you without your consent. And that's like, at least for me, is like a beginner content creator, it's a bit of a hard landscape to navigate. I said thank you for the fan art, and just kind of, like accepted that, because I don't get that kind of art often, and it's not like a big deal. But I don't know, it was really wild. Like, you wake up to a drawing of yourself as a sumo.
I'd be more confused than anything. Like, I'm just like, bro. Like, look, if I'm ever drawn as a sumo, I better be built. Like, I better be built, dude. I want to be like a big old muscular. I'm all big and fat and shit. I want to be a big sumo. Okay.
Well, I can tell you, the person definitely got the mileage out of the like Photoshop circle tool.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
That's why I didn't say much. I was like, okay, this is clearly someone, someone like getting to know the tools and like learning, so I don't want to be mean. And
oh my god, Monty Weld. Have you ever seen the movie Robots?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember Big Weld?
Yeah.
Adamus over here drew me as Big Weld.
No. my poor eyes. My
that was a time.
Sounds fun though. It sounds really fun. Also, Ordinary Days says they have been witch hunted before. That sounds interesting. What happened to you? And I hope you're alright. I hope they didn't cancel you. Unjust, I hope. If you did something bad, I do hope they cancel you, but I'm gonna believe in good faith that it was a false accusation. Definitely that. I think it's definitely a slippery slope, because I know of one friend who had a fan who was really into them, and then at some point the fan started commissioning fan art of my friend being railed by like a buff, handsome version of that fan. Like a lot of like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like that kind of thing.
Oh, that's parasocial, dude. Wait, was it like a VTuber and a fan, or like they just like friends of each other?
No, it was a bigger VTuber who's my friend, and then like a VTuber who was just starting out, like a I don't know, Crimson Blade Fox Devil 6066, something like that, and like, just like getting started, getting like the first stream ready, really edgy, really eager to RP, that kind of person. And basically RPing without consent, essentially. And then
can't see my face right now because the quality for some reason, but oh dude, I am disappointed.
Monica's turning into sand, both physically and mentally, after hearing what I said.
Maybe the quality is like an emotional thing.
Yeah.
So like the more sad I am, the more crusty I get.
Definitely that. Yeah, it's DS, Monica. Definitely, yeah.
Bro, I lost my DS long ago. I'm so sad.
I know how to emulate the DS. I know I shouldn't say that out loud probably, but I learned that.
What emulation? We do not emulate video games on Twitch. Yes. Not.
Monica remodeled all the Splatoon assets.
You want to be like killed on sight? What is wrong with you?
Definitely that, yeah. Oh my god, I miss my old DS. The DS is a marvel of a console. The DS was like,
true.
Without like being pretentious, I think the DS was like when Nintendo peaked, because that thing has like, how do you say, backwards compatibility for the GBA, and they never did that again. Like, I will wholeheartedly say the DS, like with the amount of games you have in its library, as well as the GBA catalog, like that thing That's like
I
peak.
honestly wish that like Switch had something like that where like you could just, you know how you dock a Switch?
Yeah.
I wish that there was like a way to dock your Switch into a thing that had a disc loader and you could put Wii games and Wii U games into it and it would just like be part of like an emulator. Because Mario Galaxy isn't even on the Switch. It's an emulation of Mario Galaxy. So it's like, I don't know, why can't we have like an installed emulator on the Switch to play Wii U and Wii games? Like it's not like they make Wiis anymore. I don't see what the problem with that is.
With the Mario Galaxy, that's kinda where it started having bad faith about Nintendo, because they made that collection thing, right? The like Mario Sunshine, Mario 64, and Mario Galaxy, where you can only download it till like a specific date. You had to buy that. It was like a collection thing they released when the Switch was relatively new. If I remember correctly, and people were like saying, you know, Nintendo was encouraging FOMO and that kind of stuff. So that's like...
Oh, it was ported, not just emulated? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. Mario fucking died.
Yeah.
He do be fucking dead. Yeah, I agree.
I want to get like a Wii one day so I can replay like really old botched games on stream. I think that would be so cool.
Well, definitely.
But like, yeah.
See,
that'd be wild.
My mom thought anime was like evil. My mom didn't allow me to play anime games when I was really young. And when I had a Wii, there were like 3 games that I was really interested in. One of them was like Pandora's Tower. I think the other one was named Brave Story. And then there was like a 3rd game. They were like all anime games. And I remember the Brave Story one looked way nicer than Pandora's Tower. But that was 16 plus. I was still a baby, so my mom was like, no, you're not playing the evil 16 plus anime game about like, I don't know, knights and you know, fantasy kind of setting and whatever. Like, it wasn't a titty game.
Right.
It was just like a story game.
My first game ever that I actually like fully played and beat was Mario Galaxy for the Wii. So that game does kind of hold a special place in my heart.
Mario Galaxy is amazing just because the music is amazing. The gameplay is so simple and nice, and it's just such a well-designed game. It's just aesthetically, it's really like realized. It's like concept with like all the planets and different environments. I've been a big fan of that game.
I think it's also like the spherical platforming and the dizziness, because like I never got dizzy playing the game. My mom would always like look over me like, Monika, how the fuck are you playing this and not getting dizzy? I'm just like, I don't know. So I guess it's like giving me kind of like my gamer legs, if you will. I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Because like you have to keep in mind, I was super young when I played that, so.
Mario Galaxy
navigation
is such a
skills.
Good game.
It really is. We need 2 on the Switch. We really need 2 on the Switch, or just give us Mario Galaxy 3, please. Please.
Imagine that in like the graphic style of like the 3D world, like just like the remaster.
Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
They never do cool things like that though anymore. I mean, not that they did. They never like remastered. Like, I kind of feel like they could have remastered Mario 64 by now. Just make it look nicer, give it more things.
They remaster Zelda games way more than they do Mario games. And it's like, Mario's your fucking mascot, Nintendo. Come on.
He's just a little guy, and he just has to stay a little guy. He's just, they put him in Smash, they put him in like every game, they give him like crazy costumes and stuff, or like, you know,
Metroid Prime got a remaster. How is 64 not getting like a full HD remaster? Like, huh? What? You cannot tell me that Mario 64 for the DS is the definitive edition of Mario 64. That's actually how I first originally played 64. I never actually played the original. It was just the one on the DS, which I'm gonna say it, hot take, but that one's better than original 64.
100%. Like, I agree with you. Actually, childhood memory unlocked. It's kind of sad, but I do feel like I need to share this with everyone. I was invited to a sleepover, and I didn't have Nintendogs. This is gonna be important. but I had Mario 64 DS. And everyone, it was like a girly sleepover thing. And I don't even know why I was invited, to be honest. And they were all playing Nintendogs, and I kind of felt left out. So I started endlessly using like the owl to fly around in the DS version of Mario 64.
Awesome.
And I was like, look, I have a pet too. It was, I think that was the saddest thing ever, but well, it was a fun game. I didn't mind. I had fun on that sleepover because of that. Yeah.
All the retextures are in a folder called lazy retexturing. Is that true? Is it actually called lazy retexturing? No way that went into the final cut and they actually named the folder that. Dude, someone's gonna lose their job because of that.
Yeesh. At least that's
Wow.
honest in a way. Yeah.
I guess so.
But
Dude, the
still.
quality is so bad. Here, I'm gonna like, might want to hide the video for now because it looks, dude, I am a blob.
I think
no.
I think your community has a bit of Schadenfreude. I don't think they mind it all too much, but
It's fair.
For your own mental sake, I'll hide it for now. If it gets better, you know, I can enable it again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll let you know when it gets better. Hopefully it does.
Sleepovers are shit anyway, Analog. Like, I hate sleepovers. I would always come to a sleepover, eat the party food, and then call my mom, say my stomach was sick. Half of the time it wasn't a lie because I stuffed myself with party food, and then I'd leave. So, yeah. Sleepovers not worth your time. Cannot recommend.
I've been to a couple of sleepovers. They're rambunctious, you know.
I see. Spin the bottle then? Something like that? And paint your nails in funny colors?
Yeah.
I liked Spin the Bottle. I liked the danger that a game of spinning bottle, you know, has. Yeah.
I was too much of a wimp.
I really hated Truth or Dare. So my friend group always played True or True because none of us wanted to do the dares. And it was basically just, you know, every person in the circle has to say one embarrassing secret.
The thing about Truth or Dare is that, like, I feel like no one's creative enough to do fun dares because it's like I'll pick dare and then it's like, okay, I dare you to tell me the truth about this. I'm like, motherfucker, I said dare. Come on.
Oh, that's such a like cheap way to
yeah,
that's a really dumb way. Okay, since none of you guys had a sleepover before, now I feel really bad. I'm gonna invite you guys to a sleepover. I'm gonna host a sleepover stream next week. And if you want to, you're invited. We can just hang out, eat, you know, fish crackers and drink way too much cola till our tummy hurt. Yeah.
Sick.
Drinking pizza and gaming. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna host a sleepover. I think next week Saturday or next week Friday should pretty much work. Friday after school. I think that might be nice. Yeah.
Dope. I've never been on like a true picnic before. It sounds fun.
Picnics are really nice as long as you don't get swatted by wasps or ants. That's like that's like the only thing. Like one time I just remember leaving like the picnic basket open and then like, you know, going to play with my friends on like a playground and something, and we came back to the basket and there were like 8 wasps just like vibing, and I was like, okay, I'm really tempted to leave this basket on the ground and go, but my mom needs the basket back, so I have to take it back. Yeah, wasps definitely are dicks. I agree. Yeah, they're not amazing. They chase you harder than the police in most countries, I'd say.
What?
Wasps are relentless. Those guys, they don't let go if you have a sweet beverage or candy. All right, back to the podcast questions. We got sidetracked here quite a bit, but
Here, you can try enabling me again, but like it'll still be low quality, but it should be fine for now at least.
Yeah. All right, you're definitely back, and I think that's nice.
Here, I'm trying to like decrease the aspect ratio. Maybe that'll make it like a little bit better.
Let's see. Should I change like some of the settings here?
I don't think that'll do anything because like it's just the upload rate for Video Ninja. It's maybe just a lot of people are using it right now. I don't know if like a bunch of people are using it for collabs or something. But now I'm like at 0 kilobytes. Oh no.
You do look a bit better now, though.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I can see like
oh,
the shine.
now it's like sweet, cool.
Oh.
Hopefully not taking up too much space. And it just went down, didn't it?
Ghost Smoke says, my only sleepovers were really odd. One time when we were having breakfast in the morning from one, I was told not to go into the barn outside anymore because I disturbed the ghost. And they took you to church. Oh no, wow.
Nani.
You disturbed
That's
the ghost.
wild.
How disturbing are you that you disturbed the ghost? What happened there?
I become 1 pixel. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it?
It's the unregistered hype cam, Monika.
It totally is. Here, what if I just actually maybe smooth and cool? Maybe that'll make it just a little bit better. It keeps changing the aspect ratio. That's kind of upsetting.
It's really bizarre.
Oh, there we go.
Honest.
It actually did go up a lot, though. I need to make it balanced, I feel. Balanced would be good. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes?
Become all the pixels.
We love pixels, don't we? It keeps going up and it just goes down all the way. I don't know what's going on with it. I just don't know.
Here's the creepy fact about Mario Sunshine on Mario 3D All-Stars. They ported the cutscenes so they can rework them. There's a rendering mistake where one of Peach's earrings has her eye texture. Oh god. And it's very noticeable on the CG cutscenes. Yeesh.
That's amazing. I love that.
Oh, do you guys know of the book in Mario Sunshine? In like in the ship in a bottle map on Mario Sunshine, there's like
I think I know that one.
Yeah, and it's not used for anything. And it's like theorized that it's like a
supposed to be Paper
for
Mario
for another level. It's
I always thought it was like the book from Paper Mario or something.
Or is it? I think it's like fully modeled. I think it's like a 3D object.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we can just leave it for now. I think it looks, it looks fine. It's a bit low poly.
Yeah. Low poly.
Oh, not low poly. Wrong word. Low pixel count.
Yeah. It's like the bit rate's awful,
You don't look like a PS1 character. You're not low poly. I'm sorry.
Right. I should make a low poly model. That'd be kind of fun, I think.
Oh, that could be really fun.
Like, it keeps jumping up and then it's like, hey, I'm gonna just decrease again. I'm like, why? Why?
It's just like, whoa. We're getting too comfortable here. Let me decrease this real quick.
Here, I'm gonna do something a little risky, just as like a last ditch effort. I'm gonna,
of course,
end it, and then I'm gonna like restart it because I can.
Hiroshi Halo says, I thought it was as a way to announce Mario Galaxy, since Rosalina has a book, which is the same model. I don't know about the texture. I just know it's not visible. Is it? I think it's not visible in the normal game, no? I think you have to, like, clip the camera to see it. And you can't pick it up. Like, there's like, some weird stuff about the book.
How's that look? Is it any better at all?
Oh, it's struggling. It looked
Oh,
good.
it probably looked really good, then it just went down, didn't it? Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It smells like sabotage to me.
People are saying you should make a Paper Mario style model for your avatar. That could be fun. That's a lot of work though, making another model. Ah, I see. I see Hiroshi Halo. I just saw it in a video from Oddheader or the Easter Egg Hunter. It was one of those two.
That's cool.
Oh, let me drink real quick. My voice is getting nice and crusty.
Crust. You like crust.
Alrighty. Yeah, it sounds interesting, but it also sounds a bit complicated. So I want to know, what project have you been the most proud of? It can be overall, it can be recent.
So I made like a fake teaser for a Satisfactory Update 7 thing, and I mean, maybe didn't fool anyone, but to me at least it looked like super cool. You might be able to find that, I think, like somewhere on my channel. But other than that, Splatlabs is definitely one of the proudest things I've been working on so far. I mean, I made like a little trailer for that. I liked it. I'd like to remake that trailer now that I have so many more assets. It's just that, like, how would I remake it is the real question, I feel.
I mean,
like, how do I make something that already looks so cool and make it look cooler?
I feel like with these kind of things, editing goes a long way, right?
Wait, my voice went all robotic? How? What?
That's so weird. Yeah, my bitrate dipped there for a second, went down to 3K for like a split second. Now it's back at 6K. Yeah, it's the Monika from Doki Doki Literature Club trying to take our
I hate
Monika.
that bitch. Everyone compares me to her.
Oh no. She's not a redhead though, I think. I mean, I know redheads
Exactly.
always win.
Like, I'm a redhead and I have blue eyes. I don't know why I keep getting compared to that overrated flat PNG of a character.
People are just like, oh, Doki Doki Literature Club, the most, you know, subverting game ever made, you know, the best game,
right?
Yada yada. It's just like, it's like baby's first slightly spooky visual novel.
Damn. I mean, I won't lie, it was cool the first time I went through it. Like, Dan Salvato did make a pretty good game there, but It's just like, my god.
Yeah, I think that might just be my internet there as well. I'm really sorry for the dip in voice quality.
It's all good.
Yeah, Cine Roll way better than Doki Doki Monika.
You really shouldn't have said that, Bad Shadow. Now my respect for you has been depleted. I'm kidding.
I do understand that though. I do understand. Another blue screen. Oh no.
Bro, is your PC on fire, dude? You keep updating us on like your PC problems. Are you okay?
Give him a big kiss. He's trying his hardest. Yeah. I'm sad that Dan Salvato sacrificed Project M for Smash Bros. Just because of Doki Doki Literature Club. Well, what happened there? Can someone fill me in? Wasn't Project M?
I don't know what Project M's all about.
I heard that name before. Yeah, let me allow that.
Huh.
Oh, wow. Someone on CSGO did actually hack you.
Imagine hacking someone from CSGO. My god.
Seriously? CSGO already is such a cesspool. That's literally a cursed land.
You know, maybe the Counter-Strike community doesn't deserve a Source 2 port.
I think Counter-Strike is so wild with like the gambling and stuff on the weapons. Like to me, that's just wild that was able to go on for such a long time.
TF2 did it better.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, you lost half your inventory. Yeesh. That doesn't sound good at all.
Ordinary days, did you click on any suspicious links? Because, like, that's probably why. You can only ever really get hacked if you give them your info.
Oh, that's pretty insane.
Unless you kept, like, poking the bear of someone, but oof.
Yeah. Yeesh. My. I find that so interesting because I actually talked about this with Monika pre-stream. I saw a conference recently about like, you know, video game monetization and that kind of thing. I don't remember who said it, but like one big video game person said that battle passes are actually no longer like a viable business model. That like they're slowly trying to distance themselves from battle passes.
Right.
Because there are too many like games, like every game has a battle pass nowadays, and most people stopped buying them because, you know, playing a battle pass kind of requires you to sink a lot of time in one game only. And games are trying to kind of move past that now because apparently it's no longer financially viable to do that kind of thing.
I'm glad they are, honestly. I'm so sick of like battle passes and like kind of capitalizing off of FOMO. You know?
I'm glad lawmakers actually like took a stance on loot boxes and that kind of thing. Like that was pretty bad. Let me read the Project M explanation real quick. Oh, I see.
Huh.
Oh. That's pretty
Wow.
That's pretty sad to hear that it got cancelled.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
Rip Project M.
That brings me to another question, Monika. So Nintendo is notorious for striking down the ban hammer on fan projects, right? Even on tournaments and stuff like that, or any kind of mods. They're usually quite quick, at least for Pokemon I know, with like the ROMs and stuff, they're quick to shut that down. So how will Splatlabs like maneuver through that?
So I have been pretty nervous about that throughout the whole thing, but like, here's the thing. If my project like was going to be taken down, wouldn't it have like already been stopped? Like, wouldn't Nintendo have already sent me a cease and desist? I mean, look at me. I mean, I'm pixely right now because of, I don't know, bad upload speed, but I'm an inkling VTuber. And like a pretty decently sized one at that. Wouldn't Nintendo have like a huge issue with that by now? They haven't really done anything. Heck, we even suspect that there's gonna be like, there's actually a Nintendo Ninja watching my streams, and that's why I'm getting away with it. So,
I think
no, though I highly doubt that. That would be funny.
That would be really cool, like your own Nintendo FBI agent. That'd be pretty cool. But
that'd be kind of sick.
I think they have a problem with monetizing it because I know that like the Pokemon ROM thing that got taken down had a Patreon, and I think that's why they took it down.
Oof.
I might misremember that though, but from what I remember, it was because it was monetized. That was like the main reason. Also, goodbye, Val. Goodbye. See you next stream.
See you, Val.
Bye. Yeah, like definitely. That's like a big part of it. Let me allow that. It's so geeky. The recent the resident Nintendo Ninja. I like that. It's cool. Yeah, that's true. I think Red Joker has a point there, saying that monetization might be because of enforcing the copyright.
True. Very true. Could be it.
Halo says, Nintendo says that they're okay with fan games that have their own original stuff, story and all that, but it's not okay with ROM fan hacks and emulation.
Weird. Huh.
You're probably fine if you like don't directly monetize it. I think, you know, if people just donate through your stream, I doubt there will be anything that will happen there. It was just something I was curious about.
Yeah, I do have to like be very careful with it, and I'm still thinking of ways on like how to actually even like release it. So
yeah, like you want attention on it, of course, but not too much attention as well.
Not even just that, just like make sure it's like it's safe, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they consider Nuzlocke to be hacks, but I don't think it's. I think it's because they don't even know what Nuzlocke actually are. That they just hear Nuzlocke like that sounds like a bad thing.
It's so wild. Like, imagine Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out and they just made Nuzlocke rules like available in the client, like in the game. I mean, like maybe I'll sound really ignorant, but I don't think it's like the biggest company in the world, like the biggest, you know, like Pokemon conglomerate. It would be that hard to just put Nuzlocke rules as like an optional thing in the games.
That would be wild. That would be actually wild.
Yeah, and that way, you know, people wouldn't need to like mess with the game itself if that was just widely available. But that's just me. Pretty much, yeah. I feel like with Nintendo, a lot of the times, I do say it quite often on my streams, they have a really precise idea of what kind of fun they want you to have with their game. And they get really upset if you kind of like break that idea of what they think, you know, fun is.
You know, I imagine what they think of speedrunners.
I was so upset when they canceled like the Smash tournaments. It was like a huge drama where they took one person under their wing. Basically, it's like an official Smash tournament like organizer, and that person basically tried to mafia boss themselves to be the only tournament. So they were saying, you know, would be really bad.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, like
I heard about that. That's wild.
Would be pretty bad if Nintendo heard of your unlicensed tournament. You should sign with me and make me earn all the money. Then I'll let your tournament run.
Ew.
That kind of thing. From what I remember, it has been a while. But that's like how it was summarized to me. Yeah, beyond the summit shutdown, I remember that. That was a nasty story, really. That was so mean. All right, Monika, my last question for you tonight.
Oh?
Do your friends and your family know and support your passions?
Yeah, they all do. My dad especially like implores me to keep striving and, you know, try to make something out of all of this, which is honestly probably the best support you can really get from anyone. So I'm really happy he's on my side with all this.
Oh, that's so cool.
But, yeah. Like streaming and doing all the 3D stuff, it's essentially my full-time job. Like this is what I do. So like I kind of live off of streaming barely, like very barely. But hopefully eventually like I'll be able to move into my own place from streaming and it can go from there. But yeah.
I have two things to say to that. First, Shishman, we are talking with the amazing Monika Cineroll, a 3D VTuber and Splatoon content creator. So hi, hello. And the second thing...
I know I look crusty, but that's just upload rate. I promise I look great in HD.
Yeah, she looks...
If you want to check me out.
She looks breathtaking on her own streams, so definitely check this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen this one yet. And the other thing is that it's kind of like a follow-up question to that. Like, when did you feel like you could actually live from streaming? Like, I know that's like a really broad, open question, but like, when did that happen?
Honestly, okay, so it's not like I planned to do that in the first place. I actually got laid off from my job due to being overstaffed. And so like me and my dad just kind of came with an agreement. If I just keep doing this, I'll still have to pay rent, but he fully implores that I stride and try to be successful from this. Like he's not like bitching and moaning like, oh, when are you gonna get a real job? He genuinely believes that I can make something out of this, which is fucking cool. I love it. I'm glad that he supports me through all of it. He even like offered to like edit some of my videos sometimes. So I'm like, you sure you want to do that? That's crazy.
Or is he good at video editing? That's amazing. Like family is such a nice, you know, emotional support thing. That's so nice.
I actually haven't like gotten him to edit any of my videos yet, because I guess it's like a little bit of embarrassment. You know, not because my dad's doing it, but like he'd have to watch me being like fucking weird, you know? So, yeah.
My mom doesn't understand what a VTuber is. My mom thinks I'm a motivational speaker.
He did save a subathon at one time. So we had like 48-hour streams going on during a subathon. I was at like my part-time job at the time. And if you don't know, Twitch streams have a limit of like 48 hours. I was stuck at my job, so I couldn't end the stream and restart it. I texted my dad, go into my room, end the stream, and start it back up immediately. And he did it for me while I was at work, and it worked. Basically saving the entire stream.
Oh, that's so
cool. It was
cool.
Awesome. It was literally that scene from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where Flynn gets his dad to go into his lab. I felt like that's exactly what it was.
Honestly, he's a real one. He's definitely a real one for that.
The automatically restart though just starts new. That has to be a new thing because no, that they end, right? No.
They might have changed that recently because they did a couple like new things in that regard quite recently.
Right.
As far as I know. The new thing, yeah, I'm pretty certain as well. But it's cool, you know, it's good that they kind of listen to creators there and fix these kind of things. Oh, you were high res for a second. We had you back in high res, yeah, for like a millisecond. When you went big.
Well, what if I just go big then? What if I just go big?
Oh, yeah.
Go green.
It was a bit better there. I kind of feel like it's fluctuating again.
I hate this. I actually hate this. I don't know why it does that. I'm so sorry.
So weird. I see Red Joker says it's since October 2021. So maybe I'm wrong then, because I haven't been streaming so long.
Weird.
I started in August of 2022. I'm a bit of a fresh meat streamer.
Oh, you're totally fine. Don't worry.
Thank you. Oh. Yeah,
oh, there we go.
Cool. Hi, Limbo Master. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Oh, you're HD. You're HD. Don't move. It's
Let's
perfect.
go.
You're HD.
Let's go. We're so back. We are so back.
Oh, this is so nice looking. This
what
is
if it has something to do with my
nice.
dad watching Netflix or something like that? That'd be kind of funny.
Your dad giveth, your dad taketh away.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Lacromia, hello, what's up? You're podcasting. Thank you for joining us today. My dad is a giant jerk. He would purposefully disconnect my computer from the internet. Oh.
Oof.
Jesus, that's trash because you got bad grades. Or 95, that's not even a bad grade. That's like almost perfect, right? 100 is full score. Also, thank you, Limbo Master. Thank you.
95 on a history test.
Yeah, that sounds like...
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, but that sounds like a lot of bull crap. That's pretty mean. That's like the kind of people who wonder why their children don't talk to them anymore when they're adults.
Right.
Go Smoke! Thank you! Go Smoke.
Go Smoke is a chat.
So nice to me. Thank you for the gift up again. I see, so he's leading the witch hunt then. That's not nice.
Wait, your dad is witch hunting you? What the fuck? That wow.
Like, it's so weird. Like, my mom just doesn't get it. Like, you know, I tried explaining it, like, I play video games and there's like a chat box and people can see the game and like interact with me. And my mom just looked at me and kind of said, don't people have someone else to watch? Like, why would they watch you? And I do understand where that's coming from, but at the same time, it's not really mean. I do know it's just like, you know, mother doesn't want me to be disappointed kind of like thing, but it's still not nice. Still kind of mean thing to say. Yeesh, that's really That's really bad. Ordinary days. Sounds like a toxic asshole of a
Yeah.
person.
So sorry about that. I
I'm
hope
really
you
sorry.
sort out those family issues.
Yeah. I was actually really nervous of like some old acquaintances of mine doing that to me because they're like there's a friend of mine that told an IRL bully of mine in school what my Twitch handle was. And one time one of my bullies from like high school showed up in my Twitch chat. They're a fan now. And that's why, you know, they're allowed to stay in my community, but it's the kind of thing where you ask yourself, why would someone just do that to you without asking beforehand? Yeah.
See, my dad actually like goes through the effort to like kind of protect me when it comes to like my job and stuff, because like he'll go like, oh yeah, Monika does like a lot of Twitch stuff, and then like his friends will ask, okay, where does she stream? Like, what's her Twitch name? And he just goes like, I won't tell you. Sorry. I'm just like, bro, best dad. Let's go.
Oh, that's so good though. Like,
because like we live in Texas. Like you think like hillbillies are gonna go like not just go to like my stream and go like, what the fuck is this shit? Yo, why is your daughter fucking weird, dude? You know? So maybe it saves him the embarrassment too. I don't know.
I like the version where he protects you. I think that's a nicer one.
Yeah.
That's really
True.
kind of him. Like, my mom always just kind of parades me around town, just like, she's a motivational speaker. She gives TED Talks. And I'm just like, oh, I don't have the heart to correct this. Hopefully this can go on for a little longer.
Wow.
I'm a TED talker. That's what I write on my business card. Yeah, that's technically true. I also play video games, and every Wednesday we host the Rain Parade, where we watch like walk with me videos around the world where it's like raining outside, and we just listen to the rain, and I just talk in a calm, soothing voice. We just, you know, vibe with each other, that kind of thing. So you have a bit of everything here if you decide to stick around. Oh, that's cool.
Stuff.
Ordinary days. Thank
Supportive
you, Monika.
parents are like the best.
Yeah, like everyone needs a sort of backbone. If it's not your like blood family, it's always nice when it's, you know, found family. Like no one's a one-man army. Everyone needs people to kinda support you sometimes.
True. Oh, we are going down the quality again. Yay.
I think this is
Rest in
actually
peace.
a good time to find someone to raid. I think it has been a lot of fun. And
that it
Monika,
has.
were amazing.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun being on here. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, you know, again, I've always looked up for you for a very long time, and I was really looking forward to this. Oh, thank you, Red Joker! Ghost
Y'all should leave a follow if you haven't already.
Thank you, Ghost Smoke. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, Sogeki. I do this every 2 weeks. Monika's a Chad. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree, Analog.
Nah, I'm not Chad. I'm just a girl.
The best one though, best girl.
If you say so.
Alrighty. Thank you, Limbo Master. Invasion, thank you for the follow. I appreciate everyone's kindness today. Alright, so...
All the best.
I think since we talked about Mario Galaxy and the like...
Oh?
The person
you're gonna raid someone playing Mario Galaxy? Hell yeah.
One of my friends named Swirldrop belongs to like a retro streamer group.
Ooh.
I think they're named like Jumpstart or something like that. They're a really fun bunch. And they're playing a retro game right now. So I think it might be fun to rate them. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Of course, ordinary games. Yeah, thank you, everyone. All right, we'll say hi to Swirl Drop. You know, give all the kindness back that we shared today. Yeah, next time, everyone, I'll send you over. Say hi to them. Be nice, and I'll see you next time on Monday at 8 p.m. GMT, same time as today.